Hi, I'm Taylor, a yin yoga teacher, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to do camel pose. This is a very active pose, which is why I don't normally teach it in a yin yoga class. However, some people do, so we're going to go over it regardless. Come to sit on your shins with your toes pointing out behind you. From here, rise up onto your knees and have your knees about hip width distance apart, whatever's a comfortable stance for you. Tuck your back toes. Now, even if you don't normally tuck your back toes to Vinyasa or more active style class, in yin, I'm going to recommend that you do. This is the first way to get into the pose as well. So hands come to your low back. Imagine you're about to slide them down into your back jean pockets. Hug your elbows gently in together and tailbone points down towards the mat to lengthen through your low back. As you inhale, lift up through your chest and the top of your head to help the spine elongate. Then begin to arch into your spine from your upper back first, like you're trying to bend backwards over a bar. Keep going, keep going. You're going to start to feel some activation in your glutes as you push your hips forward, and then maybe eventually you can stay here or release one hand or both down onto your heels. Now you have the option here to keep your chin tucked into your chest or to allow your chin to lift and your head to fall back. This is variation one. To come out, hands come back to the low back, reach top of head up towards the sky, release the toes being tucked, and your sit bones back down to your heels. Of course, if you have the flexibility in your spine and it's comfortable for you to hold as a yin pose, you don't have to have your toes tucked. You can keep your feet flat and reach back for your heels. Now you can also use blocks in camel as well. If you don't want to reach down to your heels, you can have your blocks on their highest settings beside your ankles. From your low back, from your hands at your low back, you come back into the pose and then hands release down towards the blocks instead of your feet. Now, the second way to get into this pose is less intense. So you begin starting on your heels, just as we did in the other one, and walk your hands behind you. From here, lift your bum up off of your heels and point your tailbone towards the top of your mat, and then resettle. This helps to lengthen through your low back. Then lift your hips again and begin to walk your hands towards your feet. Your heart lifts up towards the sky, and same option here to allow your head to fall back in space to open up into the throat chakra. Chin comes back into chest, release your sit bones, hands walk forward to come out of the pose. As I said before, this is a very intense and active pose, especially for a yin yoga practice. So that's why I recommend holding camel for 1 to 2 minutes maximum. It's something that you should work yourself up to in your own practice. And if you're teaching in sequences for your students, it should be sequenced closer towards the end after back bends. This is a great pose to open all of your chakras, especially when your chin is lifted and your head is back. Otherwise, it focuses on the throat chakra or mainly the heart chakra. I have even more information about this pose, including counter poses and a practice you can try this pose in, all linked in the description below. Until next time, have a fabulous day.